emphasis has always been on loving others. You know that statement from the Bible, love others as you love yourself. So the emphasis has always been love others. And that other part has, for whatever reason, remained silent. And in church, I have never heard anybody talking about loving yourself. It has always been love others, love others, love God, love others. So in my own journey, I came to know self-love from my own personal experience. I have never heard of self-love up to that point. By divine coincidence, I met someone that became my mentor. So as the mentorship progressed, I started my healing journey. And in the process of healing, all these changes were happening within me. And I was telling him all the changes I was experiencing. And he said, document them. Write whatever they feel like to you. So when I fell in love with myself, I called it self-love. And it was when that thing happened that I started noticing that people have been talking about these things and I never noticed it. So you know that quantum physics concept that when you buy a red car, you'll start seeing red car all over the place. So that was what happened to me, and that is always happening. And so that was how I came to know about self-love from my personal experience of it. So self-love is a very, 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 very important tool. It's very, very, very important tool in our journey to living our authentic life and finding inner peace. My name is Chinwendu, and I am talking on a topic, finding self-love and inner peace. So what is self-love? Self-love is love directed at oneself. It's love directed at yourself. It's about falling in love with yourself, just that same way you fall in love with another human being. So what you cannot give to yourself, you can give to another. So the foundation of loving another person is loving yourself. It is a healthier process than hating yourself than loving another person. You cannot really love another person when you don't love yourself, because we are all one. There is only you loving the other person and hating yourself cannot work, because there is only you. The other person is a mirror of you. According to law of one, we all are one. There is only one being in existence, and that is God. And we all are God in expressing herself, itself, himself, whatever you want to, however you want to put it, as each of us. So there is only one being in existence, and that is God. We are all God individualized. So that means that you loving yourself is loving God too. And without you loving yourself, you cannot love another person. And one thing with loving yourself is that it enhances your self-value. It enhances your self-worth. It enhances your self-honor and self-respect. Once you start loving yourself, to me that's an ultimate achievement, because it helps you take your power back from the society. It helps you. It is an act of rebellion against how the society works, because the way the society works, everything is, we are drawn on the external things. Everything outside is okay except yourself. So you can put your attention on everything outside of you except on yourself. But loving yourself puts back the attention on yourself, and this is how you come to inner peace. So what will bring you to falling in love with yourself is self-acceptance. The anchor for self-love is self-acceptance. I can remember during that time, one day I woke up that morning. It just dawned on me that morning that in 2019, that during the mentorship program, that this is who I am, this is my height, this is my skin color, this is the shape of my head. No matter how much I want to look like this other person I admire, no matter how much I want to be this way, be that way, this is exactly how I am. It just dawned on me so mightily that morning, and the whole self-acceptance thing happened instantly. I accepted myself just where I am, and as that happens, love for myself started pouring into my heart, and that's how the self-love happened. So the for you to fall in love with yourself, you have to accept yourself. And so there are other processes by which you can reach the point of accepting yourself and loving yourself. Self-knowledge is one of them. So how do you come to self-knowledge? You have to know yourself. Knowing yourself is a very beautiful journey to undertake. So how do you get to self-knowledge? Through self-awareness. How do you get to self-awareness? Through self-reflection. So your entry point to loving yourself is self-reflection. I wrote a book recently called Your Journey to Self-Love. Be Your Best Friend, Your Journey to Self-Love. I will put the link to it in the description box below. Perhaps if you wish to get it, it can help you a lot. So I discuss my personal experiences there, as well as how you can come to self-love. So self-reflection is how your point of entry into your journey of knowing yourself and falling in love with yourself. So what is self-reflection? Self-reflection is turning your attention from outside to inwards. It's removing your attention from things outside of you to yourself inwards. So this is where you start knowing yourself. This is where you start getting to see how your thoughts work, how your emotions work, how your feelings work, your thought patterns, your belief system, your emotions, your memories, and all the internal things, how your energy moves. And this is how you begin to get acquainted with your intuition if you're not someone that is already in tune with themselves. So it's true self-reflection. Self-reflection can be done with journaling. You, as things are coming up for you, you can journal, or you can just do it like that. So it requires being alone with yourself. It's true self-reflection that you meet yourself for the first time. Some of us need to meet ourselves afresh. We have been giving to others, focusing on others and everything outside of us, never to ourselves. So self-reflection will switch the whole attention from outside to yourself, so that you start prioritizing yourself. So you need to tell yourself, today, Chinwendu, I am meeting you. Let's meet once again. I don't know if we've ever met, but let's meet. So you start that conversation with yourself. So that, as you continue doing that, you will see that you're gaining self-awareness, and that self-reflection will lead you to self-awareness. You'll see that you're gaining self-awareness. With each of these steps I'm going to mention, you can start doing, you can it can be accompanied with meditation and all that, because now meditation is a very popular thing. So as you're doing each of these steps, you can add meditation to it and all that. So with the more you do the more you self-reflect, the more self-awareness you're gaining. And the more the self-awareness is becoming aware that you are aware, is becoming conscious. Now you're seeing the connection between your thoughts and the results you get in your life, and how you may be self-sabotaging yourself through your belief system, through your thoughts, and you may start seeing how you have been letting yourself down, and how you have been disrespecting yourself, not honoring yourself, not valuing yourself, how you've been selling yourself short. So it's through self-awareness that you begin to see these things. So next thing will be to start your healing journey. I call it mind renewal, the way the Bible puts it, mind renewal. So this is where you are now cleaning all these things, healing from your limiting beliefs, cleaning up your thought systems, all the way that it has been going in a loop, being in a loop, going in cycles. It's through this step that you will not be able to break it and break some habits of looking down on yourself and negative self-talk and all those things. Remember, it's a journey, it's not a one-time event. And self-love, in my book Guide to Authentic Living, self-love is one of the steps to living your authentic life. So self-love leads to living your authentic life as much as it leads to inner peace. So it is a journey, it is not a one-time event. So it's going to be a process that you may be with maybe for the rest of your life, because me, every now and then there are things that are always coming within my radar screen that I have not seen before, that I begin to heal from. So the same thing applies to all of us. So it's a journey, it is not just an event that will just happen once and that will be that. So as you continue healing and healing, you see that you with that self-knowledge, with the whole healing happening, you see that with self-awareness and the whole cleaning within you, untethering your soul, healing that is happening in this step, you see that you're knowing yourself, you're getting to know yourself, you are knowing yourself much more than you have ever known yourself, and that is the next step, self-knowledge. What leads to self-knowledge is self-awareness and the healing process. So you're getting to know yourself. So in under self-knowledge, you will come to see that you are not that bad. You know, this, we are born into sin, and we are conceived in sin and born into sin. You will see that you're not that bad. And this is where you begin to see how beautiful, how unique you are, your talents and all that. See, uniqueness and being special does not speak about being superior to another. Everybody is unique in their own way. Everybody is special in their own way. Nobody's specialness is above another person's specialness or uniqueness. So when I talk about uniqueness, I'm not talking about that the person is greater or superior to another. In this whole thing, there is no superiority or anything. We all are one in God. And so with self-knowledge, the more you know yourself, that's how you start accepting yourself. Self-knowledge leads to self-acceptance. So once you're able to accept yourself, which at this point, maybe if you are finding it difficult to accept yourself, you can make up some affirmations around: I embrace myself, I accept myself just the way I am, I am whole, I am awesome, I am great, I am wonderful, I'm powerful, all those kind of things. I'm enough, I am worthy, I am worth it. So you continue making those affirmations. It can help you to accept yourself, because mine happened in one sweep like that, because of that realization. And then maybe your own may not happen the way my own happened. So maybe you may need some of these affirmations to help you truly accept yourself. You don't accept yourself because you're perfect. There is nothing like perfection. Who determines what perfection is? By whose standard? Now you say God's standard. How do you know God's standard? God is within you. As you live, as you're guided, that's how you live God's standard that is within you. So you don't conform to what human beings have written about what they think God's standard is. And most of them are not living up to it themselves. So there is nothing like perfection. What is true is authenticity, being your authentic self, and that has nothing to do with perfection. It simply has to do with how you are being guided, what is true for yourself as God having a human experience. So what is true for yourself and what is true for another may not be the same. And some people can judge depending on where they are in their journey. But that's okay, that's fine, it's part of it all. But what matters is, are you true to yourself? You'll see that once you're true to yourself, true to your journey, true to who you are joyful, you are happy, you are in heaven on earth. So whatever that is even happening will not bother you. So once you fall in love with yourself, it's an ultimate game changer. You have, to me, it's an ultimate achievement here in this lifetime. So as you accept yourself, you fall in love, you see that you start falling in love with yourself. So these things may not happen sequentially. It's not really linear. As one is happening, the other one is happening. So for you also to embrace self-love, maybe you can use affirmations to the ones similar to the ones I mentioned already. I am love. I'm in love with myself. I embrace myself. I honor myself. I am enough. I'm worth it. I'm worthy. I am valuable. All those ones. And you can add your own to them, the ones that resonate most with you. So this is how you come to self-love and inner peace, because once you love yourself, you become free. You need freedom to live your authentic life. So once you love yourself, you become free. So that inner freedom is what brings you peace. Now you are not trying to impress anybody. You're not trying to get validation from anybody. You're not trying to get anything from anybody. You are not looking for anything from anybody. Whatever that comes from anybody is fine. If nothing comes, it's okay. You're not trying to be liked. You're not craving to be liked. You're not trying to get, all those things we normally look up to others to give us, especially validation. So you are now internally validated. So you are content. So within that contentment is your inner peace is born, because you are free. Peace thrives in freedom. You become very, very free and all that, because you're not trying to people please anymore. Now you're living as you're guided, because people pleasing is the enemy of living your authentic life or being your true self. Nothing sucks the life out of anybody like people pleasing. So one of the things that has to be healed in the healing stage is people pleasing. So this is how you get yourself off that hook of silencing your own inner voice to people please other people. We fear what their reaction will be, but we let ourselves down. Your whole duty is to uphold yourself. Once you do that, you are upholding the other person too, because life is a journey for all of us. You may not know how upholding yourself and standing in your power is empowering the other person to also uphold themselves and stand in their power in the areas they are self-sabotaging themselves. So this is how you come to self-love. And self-love is a very beautiful place to be in. It's a very powerful place to be in. To me, if there is anything like completion of healing, self-love will be it, because once you come to self-love, you're already living your authentic life, most authentic life, because living your authentic life is a journey, and you need to continually to untether your soul to get to your authenticity. So self-love is the way to your authenticity. So that will be all about this topic. Thank you so much for listening to this point. I so much appreciate it. Also remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I love you all, and I will see you next time. Bye.